Hey guys, how's it going? I want to talk about the movie True Grit 2010. And I really love this movie. I don't want to waste a lot of time. I watched it last week on Valentine's Day with my mom, and we both enjoyed it a lot. I haven't seen the original. This is a remake. I guess the original is a John Wayne movie. A lot of people say it's really good, and they also love the remake. So they're probably equally great. I'm probably gonna like this one a lot because it's the first one that I watched. It's directed by Joel and Ethan Coen. They made a lot of great movies. I think they made the movie Fargo, which I love. It's a movie that's supposed to take place in Minnesota, and everybody has this accent, and people that are from Minnesota don't all appreciate that movie because, well, that's how they talk in the movie. But it's awesome. This guy he hires, I guess this guy's in debt with his job or something like that, or he stole money from his job, and so he hires like two guys to kidnap his wife, and because her father's supposed to be really rich, and he wants them to hold her for ransom. Um, and then he's going to give them part of the money, and then he gets the money that he needs, but he doesn't want his wife to be hurt and all that. But anyways, that's a different movie. But Fargo's a great movie. They also did The Big Lebowski, which is a huge cult movie, and it stars Jeff Bridges, just like this movie does. And Jeff Bridges, in The Big Lebowski, it's like a comedy pretty much, but I guess these guys come after this guy who's supposed to be rich, or he owes somebody money or something. They get the wrong guy, and they go after Jeff Bridges, and he plays this character who's kind of like a bum. And he's kind of like the depiction of, the way that he looks is kind of like Jesus in a way. He's got long brown hair and a beard and all that, but he wears like a robe, but he's really lazy. And so they come after him instead, and he's like, "You got the wrong guy, man." And he's all, like kind of like a stoner, laid back guy, just lives day to day, doesn't really care about much. But in this movie, he plays a totally different character. He plays Rooster is his name, and he's like a lawman. He's got the eye patch, and he's really rough and tough. And so the basic story for this is there's this girl. She's like a 15-year-old girl or something. Her father is killed by this guy, and he gets away. And so he's actually killed by this guy, which I don't even remember his name at this point, but I'll read the back of the DVD case in a little bit. I'm sure that'll say the characters' names. But, this is Matt Damon over here. He's a lawman too. Anyways, the guy who killed her dad gets away with it, and she wants him dead. She wants revenge, basically. And so she goes to this town where there's law people or whatever, and she's looking for bounty hunters, and she asks, which is a good one. And the sheriff or whoever tells her, a few different people. He mentions Rooster. He says like he's the most ruthless, toughest guy, and she tries to get him. She wants him. She's gonna pay him money to do it. He's like an alcoholic too, and we see him in this court trial or whatever. He's being questioned, and we find out that he's killed like 20 plus people. He doesn't even know how many people he shot or killed, but it's a lot of them. And he's just this really rough guy, doesn't take any crap from anybody. And so Jeff Bridges is a totally different character in this movie. He's like an older, haggard guy, like haggard, like, I don't even know, I can't even impersonate his voice, but it's awesome because the girl is very well educated. She speaks very eloquently, and, it makes you think back in that time that, people were probably a lot brighter, the schools were better. And I guess that's up for debate, whatever. But then the law people, especially Rooster, Jeff Bridges, he doesn't speak English very well at all. But he knows what he's doing when it comes to gunfights. And so it's basically a manhunt. And this other guy, Matt Damon, he's like a lawman from Texas, because this guy committed crimes in Texas or something like that too. So he's on his case also. And kind of experimenting some different stuff with the background back here, but now my picture is locked out. So bear with me. I gotta figure this out. I'll have to take the screensaver off here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the setup here. I'm just experimenting. Some things don't show up very clear on the TV. I wanted to show a picture of the movie, but it kind of doesn't show up very clear. But I'm going to be working on some logos and some intros and stuff. Anyways, I'm getting away from the movie. So this guy is after him too. And so it's the girl and Rooster and this Texas law guy, and they kind of don't get along, but they do get along. And so just the interactions between these characters are really good. I just think the character work is great because it makes you believe that these people are the characters that they're portraying. Just like I said with Jeff Bridges, he played a totally different character in The Big Lebowski, and he's believable as that guy, and then you see him as this character, and it's like a totally different person. It's hard to to recognize the two, that they're the same actor. And just the horses and the scenery in the movie is beautiful. The gunfights are awesome. This movie is violent. There's not a whole lot of gunfights. It's a lot of dialogue and stuff like that. But when it does get down to some nastier stuff in this movie. But it's just mostly the interactions between the characters and just the journey that they're going through. I'll just read it. It says that it's a masterpiece. John Fute, or however awardscircuit.com. I don't know. I agree with that guy. This movie is a masterpiece. True Grit is a powerful story of vengeance and valor set in an unforgiving and unpredictable frontier where justice is simple and mercy is rare. Maddie Ross, starred by Haley Steinfeld, which is Maddie Ross is the little girl, is determined to avenge her father's blood by capturing Tom Chaney. Okay, that's the guy that killed her father, Tom Chaney. He is played by Josh Brolin. I don't know where these actors and the actress have played in other movies. I don't know. The man who shot and killed him for 2 pieces of gold. So he killed her father for 2 pieces of gold. She finds one of them later on. She wants to know where the other one is. Just 14, she enlists the help of Rooster Cogburn, Academy Award winner Jeff Bridges, a one-eyed, trigger-happy U.S. Marshal with an affinity for drinking, and hardened Texas Ranger LaBeouf, I don't know how that was pronounced, Academy Award winner Matt Damon, which is also awesome in his role. Jeff Bridges is really the true star and the girl. But to track the fleeing Chaney, despite their differences, their ruthless determination leads them on a perilous adventure that can only have one outcome: retribution. And somebody else, another critic, says this movie is a triumph. And it is. And it makes me want to see the original. I don't think I've watched any John Wayne movies all the way through, so I'm interested in John Wayne's movies. But this remake, I'm sure a lot of people agree. And from Rolling Stone, this Peter Travers guy says, great filmmaking, great acting, great movie. I agree. This is definitely like a 10 out of 10. I didn't say anything wrong with this movie at all. From beginning to end, it kept me interested. It's a movie that, just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. You feel like you're there. You feel like the actors are the characters they're portraying. This is what movies are all about. And, I'm not even a huge Western guy, and I'm not against Westerns either. It's just I don't think that I've seen a whole lot of them. I've seen Tombstone, I love that movie. But, I got to catch up as far as the Westerns go. And honestly, someone who lives close to me is interested in Westerns. So I started picking up some of the best ones. I looked online, what are some of the best Westerns? I came across this at Goodwill or something, and I got it. And so, great movie. And I definitely suggest this if you haven't seen it. I'd like to know what you think. Let me know, guys and gals. And thanks for watching. There'll be more reviews soon. God bless.